Welcome to your ultimate pit stop, Piston Pundit, where we don't just talk torque and tech, we tackle the tremors shaking the economic asphalt beneath our wheels. In May 2025, the US retail engine is knocking hard, and it's not just misfiring, it's on the brink of seizing up. Major brands like Walmart, Ross, Target, and Apple are caught in the crosshairs of President Trump's renewed tariff crusade. It's more than corporate discomfort. It's a full-blown crisis for the consumer economy. Sticker shock is surging, shelves are shifting, and the supply chain's chassis is creaking under geopolitical pressure. Here's how some of America's biggest commercial engines are sputtering, and what that means for the road ahead. Walmart's cost crunch, tariffs force a strategic overhaul. Walmart, with over 4,600 US stores and 1.6 million employees, isn't just a retail giant, it's a national economic signal. So when CEO Doug McMillon says price hikes are coming, people take notice. Facing tariffs as high as 50% on imported goods, Walmart is under intense pressure. Over 40% of its inventory comes from regions like China, Mexico, and the EU. Essentials such as groceries and school supplies are becoming more expensive to stock. McMillon admitted the company can no longer absorb all the added costs. In response, President Trump publicly criticized Walmart, urging it to eat the cost. But razor-thin margins leave little wiggle room. Internally, Walmart is revamping its operations. It's shifting away from aluminum-heavy packaging and re-evaluating suppliers in tariff-hit zones. Insiders describe it as a major strategic pivot, one aimed at survival, not just savings. Walmart's ability to maintain its everyday low prices mantra could set the tone for the broader retail sector. If it stumbles, smaller chains will likely feel the shockwaves first. In this high-stakes game, pricing power might just decide who stays in the race. But if Walmart's tightening its belts, wait until you see what Ross is dealing with. Ross under pressure, discount giant feels the squeeze. Ross Stores, a leader in off-price retail with over 2,200 US locations, is facing stiff headwinds from rising inflation and steep tariffs. Known for low-cost designer deals and tight inventory control, Ross now finds its core business model under strain. CEO Jim Conroy revealed that more than half of Ross's merchandise is sourced from China, leaving it exposed to Trump's 25% import duties. As a result, Q1 2025 earnings showed flat sales and a 2% drop in net income. Foot traffic also slipped 2.7%, signaling early signs of shopper hesitation. To offset costs, Ross plans limited price increases starting mid-year, mainly on non-essentials like accessories and seasonal items. But even modest hikes could alienate its price-sensitive base. Wall Street reacted swiftly. Ross shares plunged 11% after the earnings call, and analysts downgraded the stock over structural risks. While the company is eyeing alternative suppliers in Southeast Asia, meaningful change won't come overnight. Ross's challenge highlights a broader retail reality. When low-margin models lose pricing power, it's everyday Americans who feel the pinch. The road ahead for Ross may reshape its future, and that of budget retail itself. But the next brand in the blast zone is no bargain bin outlet. It's the king of premium tech. Before we steer into the next chapter, shift into high gear with us. Hit that like button and subscribe to Piston Pundit for more breakdowns on what's driving the future of auto and industry. Apple's tariff dilemma, caught between profit and policy. Apple, the titan of sleek tech and global logistics, is now in Washington's crosshairs. President Trump is threatening a 25% tariff on iPhones and other Apple products made overseas, targeting the very core of Apple's supply chain. With manufacturing anchored in China, India, and Southeast Asia, shifting production to the US isn't just costly, it's logistically overwhelming. Experts estimate that US-made iPhones could top $3,000, pricing out millions of buyers. On a recent earnings call, CEO Tim Cook said Apple faces $900 million in tariff costs even before the latest round hits. Behind the scenes, the company is scrambling. exploring supply chain shifts and lobbying for exemptions. But the clock is ticking and the pressure is mounting. This isn't just about dollars, it's about direction. Apple is becoming the test case for how far US policy can push global giants to reshore manufacturing. If Apple complies, others may follow. If it resists, it risks political blowback and market disruption. One way or another, the fallout could redefine not just Apple, but the entire tech industry's future. Now, if Apple's playing defense, how is Target managing to keep its retail engine running clean? Target's tightrope, holding the line without drawing fire. Target is walking a fine line through the tariff storm battering US retailers. With over 1,900 stores and half its products imported, it's exposed. But CEO Brian Cornell is playing it cool. Instead of raising prices immediately, Target is quietly adjusting suppliers, tweaking products, and delaying hikes as long as possible. Cornell calls price increases a last resort, aiming to protect shoppers while sidestepping political heat. With Trump already blasting Walmart and Amazon, Target knows one wrong move could spark a backlash. Behind the scenes, executives are feeling the squeeze, reworking supply chains and renegotiating vendor deals. Some targeted hikes, especially on home goods, are inevitable. But the goal is clear: preserve Target's value image without becoming a headline. This cautious strategy highlights a deeper challenge in American retail: how to stay profitable, keep customers happy, and dodge political fallout at the same time. Target's careful maneuvering could be the blueprint for surviving this tariff-fueled turbulence, or the next brand forced into damage control. But what if this isn't just a few retailers spinning out? What if the whole track is broken? Supply chain breakdown, when the whole system sputters. The issues hammering Walmart, Ross, Apple, and Target are symptoms of something far more systemic. This isn't just a few corporate detours, it's an overhaul of the entire consumer engine. Ports like Long Beach and Savannah are clogged. Customs processing times have ballooned. Trucking firms are rerouting cargo, and warehouse shelves are waiting longer to be filled. Logistics networks, once the invisible fuel lines of American retail, are now choking under policy-induced pressure. Manufacturers are scrambling too. Some Chinese suppliers are cutting output by up to 70%. Others are shutting their doors entirely. Even Vietnam, once the go-to alternative, is running at full tilt with no room for more business. As one logistics coordinator bluntly put it, we're running out of workarounds. And American shoppers? They're shifting gears. According to Numerator, 83% of consumers are hunting for discounts, delaying purchases, or avoiding imported goods altogether. That's not just smart shopping, it's a market signal. Retailers are feeling the squeeze from both ends. Add in political backlash, from governors warning of a $180 billion consumer spending collapse, and you've got a high-stakes standoff. The administration shows no signs of backing down, forcing companies to evolve or be left behind in the dust. So where does this all lead? Let's bring it home. Verdict: retail on the edge of a breakdown. Whether it's Walmart overhauling its logistics, Ross guarding razor-thin margins, Target maneuvering through political minefields, or Apple confronting a manufacturing reckoning, one truth remains: the American retail engine is overheating. This isn't just a headline, it's hitting households. Groceries, gadgets, school supplies, everything is getting pricier. Families are stretching budgets. Small businesses are holding on by a thread. And while retailers are adapting, Washington is doubling down. So what happens next? Is this just short-term turbulence, or a permanent recalibration of how products reach our shelves and screens? Let us know what you think in the comments below. Will prices ever stabilize? Or have we hit a new normal? Should big brands cave to political pressure, or take a stand? And is reshoring really the solution, or just a high-cost detour? We want to hear your take, so rev those thoughts in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe to Piston Pundit, your ultimate pit stop for everything auto, industry, and beyond. Hit that bell to stay updated on the next round of vehicle news, economic twists, and gear-grinding analysis. Thanks for watching, and see you next time. You can now check out any of the videos on the screen. There's plenty more to explore.